So I've been planning this video for a couple of weeks between hatching and getting them leveled, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. This is just to help newer players or players that are just getting into Platinum really get an understanding of what these two dragons are like and why they're the next evolution of sorcerers and why they brought back sorcerers into the game. Let's just dive right in. This is Vulcan, one of my favorite dragons. He has an awesome design and a decent combination of spells. He has Divine Fireball, which is a little bit different from the other one, that it costs a little bit less. One of the cool things that a dragon like Vulcan can do, and Kelvin, is they can carry spells. They'll activate their Fireball and still have access to Death and Rebirth and Flux. And this is very strong and very particular for their kit. However, it does lead to them to being very rage hungry or very rage needy. Almost every other dragon can carry spells too, but it's very important for the kit on Vulcan and Kelvin. If anybody asks me what my favorite spell ever is, it's definitely Death and Rebirth, Resurrection, and this is why. No cooldowns, constant regeneration of rage, constant regenerating health. Just watch the vid. It requires a little bit of timing, but it's a great spell to learn. And more importantly, before Platinum, sorcerers were kind of very rage reliant in the first place, and they weren't very good because they didn't have any spells to combat mages, and they just didn't have any way of getting lots of health or shields. And in Platinum, that all changed with Vulcan and Kelvin. Something really cool about these dragons is that they both have the color changing ability. Kelvin will turn into a darker, lighter blue, and Vulcan will also change into different variants of red. And it's really, really nice to see those nice touches that you can visually see in your dragon. And they're very cool in my opinion. Kelvin's visual touches are a little bit harder to see, so I gave you like a close-up so you can really like see it. Frost resist, ice tomb, reverse projectiles, but the smaller version, invert, and spell flux. Very, very powerful and an excellent dragon. In this video, Kelvin has about 5 million attack general performance power, and he's going up against an XP base that has about 20 million defense. And I show this video versus a live base because Kelvin will do very good against live bases, but he's also known as the higher tier go-to dragon for XP bases because of his abilities of being able to turn a base on itself or being able to resist. What's also really nice about him is that he's usually very accessible very early on in your Platinum breedings, which means that you'll be able to get a really good dragon very quickly. Spell Flux is very interesting, that it will usually, almost always, like 99.9% of the time, always target a red mage over a blue mage. So you want to set your spells accordingly. And this is very important for Kelvin and Vulcan, but because Kelvin only has access to red spells, Spell Flux and carry the other spell or prep the other spell, and you'll be good to go. Kelvin and Vulcan have some younger brothers, Cerbero and the Android-only Dioscuri. I'm sorry if I butchered the name, but that one's actually very tough to say, for me at least. Fortunately for Android users, he's Android only. For everyone else on iOS, he is not available.